Charbel. Welcome to the Mercy Show. I have today Marie again. Hello, Marie.
Hi, Abuna.
How you doing, Abuna? Good to see you again.
Good to see you again this week. Today our subject will be, we're going to talk about commitment that we do not have. A lot of people do not have it, like Alex.
I need to get
30 minutes late.
30 minutes late, 35 minutes late, and 2 minutes late, and I have my own troubles in commitment in my life. Everybody has it because our life today is becoming very materialistic, life becoming very fast, and we look for a fast gain. I'm gonna say we want to win fast, and this is something bad because we're used right now to smartphones. Do you remember the old phones? I don't think so. Nokia, yeah.
A BlackBerry.
BlackBerry, right?
Flip phone.
You know, every time you want to send a text message, you have to press 7,000.
You have to flip it.
Yeah.
Metro P.
Did you have a flip phone?
Motorola.
Did you have one?
Of course. Yeah. I'm an old man.
Yeah, he's 22 years old, ladies. So maybe, I don't know. So right now we're used to have fast results in life, but this is not real life.
What's real life?
Real life is struggle. Let me tell you a story. 2 stories. The first story that when I first moved to the US and to Miami, or when I first went to the seminary to become a priest, I used to be fit. Before that, I used to go.
You were skinny?
Oh my God! I used to go. I used to go.
You're so mean.
I used to play like soccer twice a week, 3 times a week, 2 hours each time, to play basketball, to run. I used to be more active, more sportive. Then I went to seminary, and like every seminarian, you get lazy and you start eating and food and sleeping. And it's cold, who wants to go run? It's cold, who wants to go play basketball? It's cold, let us stay inside. Oh, it's hot, who's gonna go outside? And I started like from 84 kilograms, which is like, let's say 170 pounds maybe, I don't know. From 170, 180 pounds.
You said yes
to when I came to Miami, I was 240 something.
But you don't look 240.
And then I decided to fix my situation because I had to change all my clothes and stuff. So I got this membership in a gym nearby for 3 years. I never went one time. Because I used to wake up in the morning and say, oh my God, this is a long drive. Or wake up in the morning and I say like, I'm so tired to do this. Or at night, I had a very long day. So for 3 years, until I had some health issues. And I went to my doctor, Dr. Eli Haddad. He's my favorite
Hi, Nicholas.
Doctor. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Rowan. Hi, whole family. So I went there, and he was doing this test for me. Like he was doing the test, and I started crying, saying to myself, "Yeah, like I'm by myself. I'm so young to have these troubles."
Why'd you cry?
Because this was in 23, maybe early 24, and I was like, "Why? I'm a very young man, and I'm going through this." And Dr. Eli asked me, do you exercise? I was like, no, but I have a membership. Do you smoke? Yes. Do you do? Yes, all the bad things. And I discovered that I'm committing in the bad things. So I started fixing my life. I used to smoke cigarettes, thanks to Lebanon. Everybody in Lebanon smokes, by the way. This is something bad. And I tried to stop for 2 years. Right now, I'm almost 1 year, like actually July. Actually, I've been 1 year.
Smoking?
Zero smoking.
Zero
cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Yeah, I might smoke cigar or something, but cigarettes, zero. It took me a long time to commit too many failures, too many decisions. To go to gym, it took me a lot of money. I donated a lot of money to the gyms. I wish you can give me back my money, you know. But it cost me a lot of money, a lot of health issues, a lot of depression, anxiety, whatever, you know, everything that we go through. Until I committed. This is what we call like in our daily life, but it's the same thing on the spiritual life. Same thing in relationships. How many times we change relationships, we change people in our life. Like we're talking, you told me I'm gonna go to visit my friends, for example. I'm gonna drive.
Shout out FSU.
I'm going to FSU to visit my friends. I almost told you, you're going to change your friends, unfortunately. You know, like this is something bad. Friends change. It doesn't mean that
it's part of life.
It's part of life, no? But you commit with few of them, the ones closer to you. Do you have the same friends you had when you were in kindergarten? No, I don't think so. One.
Yes.
But as you grow older, that one becomes zero. Then you meet one. Then that one goes. When you're 60, you have a new best friend.
Yes.
And when you're 70, you have a new best friend.
And this is the same things in relationships. Until you commit. Have you ever had an ex-girlfriend? Yes.
No.
Yesterday, he's
Nah.
lying.
He's lying.
Have you ever had?
I'd go confess to you.
Have you ever had a past relationship? I'm a priest. I had before becoming a priest.
I've had situations.
I had my
a
life.
situation with a girl.
A situation with the girl.
Let's say it like that.
Oh, you weren't boyfriend, girlfriend.
No.
You're lying.
No, she didn't.
Yesterday after.
No, you see.
When we were preparing, you said the truth. You had almost
Treco. Let me see. We were not boyfriends and girlfriends, but we were
committed. Exclusive.
We had fun together for a good time. And we were just her and me.
So you never had a girlfriend before in your life?
But I guess I had a feeling for her.
So 100%. Why this feeling did not become a relationship?
I guess because I don't know what commitment is.
Really?
Yes.
Or you're afraid sometimes of committing to one person and you say that I'm still young.
Maybe it's afraid.
I can do this, I can do that.
Yeah, but when I was 16, 17, I was younger.
Yeah.
I was afraid. Now I'm older. I guess I'm still afraid. I guess I'm still afraid.
Why?
I don't know that answer because if I knew that answer, I'd had the love of my life right here.
You know, like committing is difficult. Every commitment, because like I'm a priest right now. When I decided to go in that way and go to live my celibacy to the end and to be committed to Jesus.
How many days you thought about it?
How many years? What?
Years you thought about, wow,
Yeah.
I'm going to become a priest. I have to stay committed. I have to live like this. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have
It's a daily thing.
Oof.
It's a daily
assurance.
A reminder. Like as I have a daily reminder on my phone, I do not have it. It's as if I have a daily reminder on my phone or in my life when I wake up every day and I remind myself, you're a priest. In front every temptation, in front every difficulty, in front every you know, when you get angry or when you get lost or whatever you live in your life, every day I remind myself that I am a priest. I do it as a priest. If I'm married, if I was married, like a lot of the people, it's a daily reminder also. You wake up every day and you get to work and you get tempted. If you're a man or a woman.
I think temptation kills the
commitment.
The commitment.
This is one of the things that kills commitment and fear.
That's another one.
Fear.
Laziness?
What? Laziness. Oh yeah, like gym and diet.
That's one.
You know, like.
And a lot now, like this generation, like school. People get lazy and don't go to school.
Are they allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I got lazy to do homework, guys.
My days. You don't go to school.
Well, maybe not with me, but like from what I've seen, like in my high school, like in the school that I went to, when it's like middle and high school, some people do get really lazy and just don't go to school because they just don't want to.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that comes back
And what the
to
parents do?
that comes back to the parents. The parents don't care,
The parents don't care.
or they lie to their parents. Hey, I'm gonna be at school today. They're outside playing basketball.
Yeah, but right now they have all these tracking devices, you know, and your phone and find me whatever you have on your phone.
It
Says families.
It depends the family. Not a lot of people do that.
Ring door.
Like 360.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of
Tracking.
we're bringing a lot of brands to our podcast. We should not do that, right?
Let them sponsor us.
Maybe. So, you know, like we have a very big problem in commitment because we want fast. We want to be sure. You know, like last week I was thinking about when Jesus invited the 12 disciples to follow him. He went to Peter. Peter was working. He's a fisherman. And he told him, follow me. Was Peter 100% sure about who this man is? Until the death of Jesus, he was like, is he the one? Do I go all the way or I go back? Same thing with every one of the 12 disciples. But they committed. In their commitment, they had their ups and downs. And Jesus invited us to commit because our goal in life is to be saints. This is our calling. Everybody's calling. Your calling, my calling, your calling, everybody's calling is to be saint. And Jesus wants us to be saint. And to be saint, to achieve this holiness, is done through one thing, commitment. I cannot do half-half. Jesus and God do not like people to do half-half. I love you today, I hate you tomorrow. I pray in the morning, I cheat at night. I go to Mass on Sunday, but I act all my week as there is no God. It doesn't work like this. Jesus wants people to commit. Like yesterday, you asked me a question. Not yesterday, last episode. You asked me a question and you told me it's not going to church on Sunday a sin. I told you yes, but the bigger problem is that we take it for granted. It's okay if we do not go to church. When we take it, when we do not commit, this is the bigger sin. So it's a sin not to go. It's like against the 10 Commandments, for sure. But the fact that we put ourselves in this position that I'm not going to commit, this is the sin. No? This is what I think at least. I'm asking you a question, no? So we're going to discuss in this podcast, in these few minutes that are left, relationships, career, and faith. How can I commit in my relationship? How can I commit in my career or faith or more things? And again, we prepare in this podcast. We do not, prepare the questions before, right? It's natural,
So
and we want to keep it natural.
Do you think in a relationship you commit because of feelings, because of pleasure, or you commit,
no.
or you commit because of faith?
100% no, because of feelings. Because feelings, as we said in prior episodes, feelings fade away.
Yeah.
And here comes the commitment. It is to show up when there is no feelings. In marriage, why people
But how do you show up when there's no feelings? So tell me an example of how to show up. What's an example? How would you show up in a relationship?
Do you know what is the sign of life?
The sign of life? No. What is it?
Like if you go to a hospital, when I go to the hospitals and I look at people in beds, I look always, they have this small monitor on the right or left side.
Yeah.
And on this monitor, there is these lines. If it's a straight line, what does it mean?
He's dead.
Yes. Yes, and don't do this.
Okay.
So death is when we have the straight line.
Yeah.
What is the sign of life?
What is like sort of
Up, down,
Up,
up, down.
And this is life. Our emotions are up and down. Our spirituality is up and down. If you have a very straight line, you have to ask yourself, am I alive? If there is no action in your life, you're dead. Death is the absence of these ups and downs. In relationships, you're going to have feelings, your feelings will fade away, then you're going to have feelings again. Okay, and here
How do you make sure
when your feelings are fading
apart?
you have to start looking for what they call it, like for something
The bounce back.
to bounce back. And this is the work and the commitment.
So what's that bounce back in a person's life that's looking to that? Let's say that person is on that down right now with his loved one. How can you find that bounce back?
Based on your relationship with this person, and when you are in a relationship, it's not only you're meeting this person, but you're knowing this person, and you know yourself. Because when emotions are absent, it doesn't mean that he's wrong or you're wrong. It means that there is something that you need to fix. Maybe it's going to be trust, or maybe it's going to be
Communication,
taking care
let's
of
say.
yourself, or communication, or going on a date or dinner or doing something. So this emotion, in order to bounce back up, to bounce up, you need to do something. And this is the commitment. And commitment is shown when you are down, not when
You're
you are
up. Yeah. That's
this
good.
is the commitment. Because if I have people in my life that only show up when I'm okay, they're not my
They're
real
not.
friends, right?
it's like when they're there for you when you need it the most.
These are my real friends. When I'm down, when I'm struggling, when I am in my worst case scenario, when my worst case in my life, the people that show up, this is when we're down, are the best people, are the committed people in my life, are they committed to me. And when I show up to them, when they are sad, mad, divorcing, whatever they're doing in their life, this is when I commit to them. And there is personal commitments in life. I have my personal commitment, I have my faith commitment. Like, for example, one of the things that I committed lately to is going to gym. Something that everybody can do. It's not easy. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, do I go or not? Do I go or not? Then I put a reminder on a daily basis. Then I put, like an alarm at 6:30 in the morning to be there. Like it takes a lot of effort. Sometimes I do not go. It's okay. I call it rest day, But I make sure that I go the day after this. So in our life, sometimes we might succeed, sometimes not with our commitment. But
It's the effort you put in to continue the commitment.
100%. And to be saint is to put this commitment in faith. Is to commit with God whatever it takes. If we're happy or if we're sad, if we are healthy or we are sick. So this is holiness. I look at Saint Charbel, for example, my favorite saint.
He made a commitment.
Really? How?
He devoted his life
100%.
to living.
At a very young age,
Yes.
21 years old, he went and became a monk, right? And joined.
Do you think you get no?
He went at very young age. Do you think from day one, or do you think that he never thought about his decision? For sure, I thought about my decisions many times. Am I doing the right thing or not? Because it's the decision for life. You're committing. And Saint Charbel committed decades.
Do you think he did it
He
because?
spent-
Do you think he did it because he knew his outcome would be he'll become a saint, or he did it
No.
because? Why?
Holiness and to be saint is the fruit of your work. He did it out of his love for God. Okay? And this commitment, the fruit of this commitment and love is holiness, is that he became a saint. He spent decades, like in a monastery, then he went, he studied, he became a priest, and then he became a hermit. And by the way, we the Maronites from Miami, we have a hermit.
What's hermit?
Darius
For the ones that don't
Escobar.
know.
A hermit is is the person who leaves the world and decides to just connect with God. That's why they live, for example, back in the days, they used to go live in the caves on top of the mountains where nobody can reach out to them, where nobody can visit them. Right now, you can close the door, don't have a cell phone, you're disconnected from the world.
How does that make you more holy?
Because you focus only on God. They watch no TV, they have no social media.
So what did they do to focus more on God?
You pray, you meditate, you pray, you meditate, you work. And these people do not go shopping, they do not go to supermarket, they do not have Amazon accounts. They work. You want a chair, they do their chair.
Is it like humble? Like they're very humbled?
Having
simple life.
no simple life. Very, 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 very simple life. They're having just the necessary to live.
Breathe, yeah.
What do you want to live? You can live without your cell phone, by the way, but you cannot live without eating. So in order to eat,
So how would they eat? Do they go? Oh no, they grow their food.
they grow their food, they plant their food.
Yeah. So what about they want meat? Chicken.
They don't.
No chicken, no meat.
No chicken, no meat.
Are they?
This
Are
is
they?
what I know. I need to
No, like
know.
a hermit now. Let's say
Hermit now, they don't.
they're vegetarian,
Yeah, now vegetarian.
vegan.
Eating meat, they have, like, for example, if I think about Father Darius Escobar, the hermit who passed away, he's Colombian.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, he came to Miami.
He
You
was.
met him.
In Lebanon.
You
I
met?
met him in
A
Lebanon.
couple times.
So wait, what's his story?
So he's Colombian. He came to Miami, and he met the Maronite community in Miami.
Was he
And fell
Maronite in
love with
Colombia?
Saint Charbel. We had the church in Miami since 1973, and he loved the church. He loved the rite, Saint
lived in a little
Charbel.
cave when I first met him.
And-
we were what's it called? We were hiking up in the mountains.
Looking for him?
No, we were just hiking.
Just hiking?
And then we found it, and then that's how we met him. And then ever since then, my cousins would go visit him, and then they moved locations.
Was he amongst other people or him by
And he was
himself?
alone,
Literally
in
by himself.
the middle
Of nowhere.
like nowhere.
And they grow like their beards. They grow their hair. Why?
Yeah, because they don't shave.
They don't shave.
It's not something important when you focus on God. And actually, beard is a sign of
What is
of,
that? What is that?
commitment. That
And like I know, growing your hair is a sign of commitment too.
yes.
It's right.
Why you have long hair, by the way?
Why do I have long hair? Well, about 2 years ago, I made a commitment that I let my hair grow to donate it to children in need of cancer, kids that lose their hair. So it's my first time that I did it. I'm going on to my second time. That's why I do it.
That's good. I would have do it, but I have no hair. Look, I'm losing my hair, my patience, but I'm gaining faith. So, what commitment really means? You asked me this question. I believe commitment is showing up when emotions disappear, literally. Emotions is to continue doing the same things even when we're not really happy,
Lazy.
and our happiness fades sometimes. Going to work, you get excited. I'm going
Took
to
me a
work
long
every day, right? I'm happy. I'm going to work. I'm gonna work for example, in your case with my father.
I hated it. I hated it at first, but after so many times of repetitively doing it, it just becomes a natural feeling, a commitment that you just got to do, not for you, but for yourself. And that's how now I wake up in the morning. Before my alarm even sounds, I'm up.
Really?
Before the sun is up, I'm up.
Oh, Fad is happy right now.
I could say a little, I don't know.
And I believe the third thing in what is commitment is also to remain faithful when nobody notices.
So in the sense of the monk.
Yes.
Oh,
Like it's when you go back to your home, to your room, to your bed, and remain faithful to your faith. When you're by yourself and you decide doing the right thing. This is, I believe, where commitment is. This is what is commitment. It is to do the same thing, the right thing, even when nobody's
looking.
This is what Saint Charbel did, by the way. I remember. Saint Charbel, he did everything in his life, hidden on the mountain. He didn't look for fame. He didn't have a page that we have right now on Facebook, fans of Saint Charbel. He didn't have any of this. He just focused on God. And here Pope Leo, when he went to Lebanon, in his speech to the Maronite young adults and youth in Lebanon, he said, and by the way, if you look at Saint Charbel picture, in all his pictures, he have closed eyes.
Why?
Like this.
Why?
The Pope Leo said something so beautifully. He said, Saint Charbel closed his eyes to see no one but God. This is why. And guess what? Saint Charbel never looked for fame. He's so famous today.
Yeah, that's true.
Very
all
famous.
over the world.
Right?
Even in Colombia. When in the mountains of Colombia, you see people praying for Saint Charbel. And Saint Charbel never went to Colombia. But his faith led on to another country far, far away from Lebanon.
100%. And he never looked for this.
Do you think he saw people? Or he just lived in the mountains? Nobody came to visit him like how...
For sure he saw people. But he connected with no one but God.
Can one person...
It was like his commitment.
Like how many people I see in my daily life. How many people
Can a
you see in your
person
daily life?
nowadays do that?
For sure. Darius just died 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but he was like 100 years old.
No, he wasn't.
How old was he?
But he was living in 2026. No? Even if he's 100 years old, so he's somebody that lived like us. But in order to be saint, it's not
anybody.
a commitment. It's not like just
Like
leave the
when I
word.
first met
You
him,
commit.
It was when I was 10 years old. I'm 18.
Saint Charbel?
No.
Darius.
Yeah.
Darius.
When I was 10 years old.
You see?
And now I'm 18.
But in order to be saint, to be holy, it doesn't mean that you have to go this route. In order to be saint and holy, you have to commit where you are. If you decide, for example, I'm a priest, my path to holiness is through my priesthood. If you're married, your path to holiness is through your family and your marriage. If you're in a relationship, if you're in a friendship is a path.
Does each one of us have his own holiness, or holiness is one?
There is one
Types of holiness,
there is
or one holiness?
One holiness, because holiness is connected to God and God is one. But there is different path to holiness. How many people live right now in the world? 8 billion, let's say. Maybe more, maybe less.
I was going to say 2, but yeah, 8
2?
billion.
No, there is 2 in China.
No, you're about right.
Let's say 8 billion. There is 8 billion ways.
It's like
Path.
everyone chooses their path.
Camino to holiness. To become one with God. So what is your path? I chose my path. I'm
Like, how do you
trying to
do it?
commit on a daily basis in my priesthood. I invite you to go commit in your daily basis, in your families, in your job, in your prayer life, in your friendships, within your marriage, with your kids, with your parents, with your brothers, with your sisters. This is how you become holy. Wherever you are, committing to small things. The path to holiness also, the commitment, is small steps.
I was taught this a long time ago. In order to get better at something, or get better at something, it's baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah, it is when I first went to gym. I looked at the dumbbells, and I was like 5, 10, 15 to 17, 20, 22, 25, 50. I was like, I can do 50. First day at gym. I almost broke my neck, like from gym life.
You learn so much.
I learned so much that I have to start 15 maybe, or 17 or 5.
That's why nowadays so many people find their comfort at a gym, because you learn so much from a gym.
Yeah, but it's the same thing in prayers. I'm gonna get back to you about that. You wanted to say something. You forgot. So yes, you're right, and in faith also. When people tell me I want to have a serious spiritual life with God, I tell them, you start with a small prayer.
That baby step.
Every day, but you commit to do it every day. You wake up in the morning, you commit to do the sign of the cross, to close your eyes for a minute and tell God, thank you for this night, thank you for this new day, bless my day, bless my family, bless my work, bless my plan, and let it be your plan. And you go to work. This prayer
goes a long way.
100%.
So let me ask
when
you
you're driving, instead of listening to Bad Bunny, Me Porto Bonito,
instead
of listening to this, you can do it. But also you can pray the rosary. These small steps are commitment. When you commit on listening to the rosary, not listening to participating, engaging, being part of rosary, when you're driving, when you're running, when you're sitting on your chair doing nothing, you put your earphones. Right now, a lot of applications, Halo application, for example, you go on YouTube. Actually, even Maria Vision, they have it in multiple languages. You put your earphones and you pray with the community all over the world, all around the world. This is commitment. So to be saint, to commit, start with smart moves and with the small moves as well.
Can you? Sorry, wait, go.
Yeah, it's just like people don't understand that when times get difficult, they just have to continue pushing through that commitment, because a lot of times with the baby steps, you'll hit like rock bottom, or like you'll just find issues as you go, but sometimes people will just give up.
But you should
that
not.
Background.
Why they give up? Do you know
afraid.
why? Because they depend on feelings, and feelings change.
They're not disciplined.
But what remains stable is values, is promises. When I say I promise you,
And the effort to continue.
100%. Even if we're not happy. And listen, falling on the way to holiness and commitment is not the end of the world. What is bad is not the fall itself, but what is bad is when we do not stand up again. So falling, it's bad, maybe.
It's the part of life.
100%, but what is better is to stand up, is to walk this path again. Right?
Yes.
So, in our commitment, we have to start small. We have to create daily habits, which what we call baby steps. Read a small prayer, go to gym, do 5 pounds instead of 50. You start with reading. You put the effort, but you make it daily. You stop depending on feelings, and the fourth thing is to stay connected to God. Whatever it takes, connect to Him. Because without prayer, even going to gym Without this connection with God, won't be as perfect as it should be.
So let me ask you something. I had a thought yesterday. I had a question. What's the difference between spirituality and religion?
Religion is what connects the three of us together.
Okay.
Spirituality is the way how we live it.
How you live the connection?
The faith.
The
yeah.
faith.
But let me tell you, not every time you try to live it, you succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But when you fall, you have to ask yourself, why I'm doing this? Not to question it, but to remind yourself. This works in faith, this works in relationship, this works everything, everywhere.
In anything you do.
In anything you do. I see you have a long list here.
Yeah.
I believe we are finishing if you want to do something like this.
I got a question here that I wrote. How do you see your faith influence the way you approach marriage, family, and commitment to a spouse? Let me ask it again.
Again.
How do you see your faith influence the way you approach a marriage?
Listen. I said in last episode about marriage. If God is not there,
What about if God is there in one of the spouses?
how?
So what about if the spouse, let's say the spouse, believes in God,
Then the
is
other one
faithful,
doesn't.
but the other one is not?
It doesn't matter. Done. God is there.
Okay.
God's
You understand me?
Yeah.
God is present. God is present. This is the most important part. In your job, if you depend on yourself, you're going to fail. In your studies, in your relationships, in your faith, if you depend on yourself, you're going to fall. You're going to face this failure. But when you depend on God,
So it's like a shoulder. It's like a shoulder to sit on. It's like a shoulder to lean on. That's what I mean to say. God is like a shoulder to lean on.
and maybe He's the shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. He's
What does
not
that mean?
only the one that I lean on, He's also the one that leads. No?
That's it.
Yeah.
He's both. But I do not want to put Him on my side only,
Only when I need it.
but let me put Him to lead me.
Front. So in a marriage, He will lead you.
Let me check your question.
Hey, that's for you to answer, me to read.
All right. So at the end, I want to tell you that everybody has personal experience with commitment. Sometimes commitment is not as easy as we think, and it's the reality. Commitment is a way that we start. If we live this commitment in our faith, we're going to be saints. If we live it with our families, we're going to have happy, healthy family. If we live it in our marriage, if we live it in our relationships, the fact to commit is to respect ourselves, respect God, respect the others. And that's it. See you next week.